Hi, this is Carl with Sentry. Today I'm going to talk about how to check your site for malware. This is a manual process to review your site if you think you could have malware or you want to do an audit of your site. At the end, I'll also mention a product that will do an automatic scan for you every day of malware. So to start out, one of the quickest ways to do a check is to take your site address, and I'm just using this demo site. So I take my demo.sentry.io site and go out to sitecheck.security.net. Now including this link in the notes. I do a scan of the site. It will look at the public side of the site, what people see, to see if it's any malware. That would be any JavaScript or anything like that that it might see just by looking at the site like any visitor could. Now, this is doing a deep scan of your files or your database or anything like that. This is just looking at what's publicly available, but is a good first step to see if there are any concerns. So this is showing no malware scan, and the site is not blacklisted. So I'm going to scroll down here, and you see it gets a little bit more detail of checking all the blacklists to make sure that site's not on any blacklist, and also looking for just specific details of any possible malware on the site, including that WordPress is up to date, which is really important. Down here, it's saying the website monitoring and website firewall is not detected. Anytime I run a scan, I'm pretty sure that only checks if you are using the Securities product. If you're using any other firewall, any other products, so far I'm not going to detect anything else. So that warning, not a big deal, although it is important that you do have some sort of ongoing monitoring and a firewall to stop attackers against your site. And then at the bottom, they have some general hardening improvements that you can look at, but generally they're just kind of some tips and ideas aren't that critical, especially if you're concerned about malware. Now that again just looked at the public side of the site, and the report says everything's good, but there still could be something going on. So now I'm going to log into the WordPress dashboard and go to the plugins here. Now I add a new plugin that is free that you can do a deep malware scan on your site. It's called Ninja Scanner. So I'm going to search here for Ninja Scanner, and it's the first result, Ninja Scanner virus and malware scan. I'm going to install that and then activate it. This will add a new option to your menu on the left side here called Ninja Scanner. So we go ahead and click on that, and then a nice simple button, scan your blog. Let's click that, and while we wait, because it's a small blog, it should not take too long. What this is doing is a deep scan of your site. So this is looking through the actual files you have on your site, the plugins, the themes, WordPress itself, any other files it finds. It's trying to look to both see if there are any malware that it detects or any changes to those plugins, themes, and WordPress compared to what's in the public repository. Now, things that aren't free public plugins in the WordPress repository, it doesn't know if the file's been changed. And so you will see some warnings on any premium plugins. And I'll walk through this report now and show you that. So first of all, I was looking for WordPress core files. And it says, hey, there's this file out here that's not in WordPress core called wsalt.php. Now, I know that file is out there because that contains our salt for WordPress that we include from WP config. So I know that's fine. I can move on. If you wanted, you can view the file to see what it's about and see if you know about it or not. Now, it also is running through every plugin and checking if any changes exist in our local version of the plugin as compared to what's in the WordPress repository. So it's saying Ninja Scanner, no problem detected. Stream, no problem detected. You go through every single plugin. Those all look good. So that's great. But now we come to WP Rocket, and it shows this question mark. Now, if you hover over it, you see it's this unknown file. So this does not mean it's necessarily any problem, but just that it doesn't know about this file, so it can't assess whether it's been changed from what the author wrote the plugin to do. And this is because WP Rocket is a premium plugin that's not in the repository. So for any premium plugin, it's good to look down the files and see if you see anything that's concerning to you, whether it's a file name, especially any PHP file or ones to really give a lot of attention to. So I'm going to scroll for a while here till I see a PHP file. Some JavaScript files also could be concerning in terms of malware, but the PHP files are usually the most likely attacked ones. So I'm keep going in. Here's some PHP files. So if you see one and you have some concern about it, you can click View File. Now, this is going to show you the code of the file. So if you're not a developer, it may not be that helpful. But if you get a developer to look at it, they may be able to look at this and analyze whether this is a concerning file or not. So if you have any concerns, it'd be good to reach out to someone to talk through if there's any problems in a premium plugin. And it also detects in the MU plugins folder some files. Again, I know these are all good because we set up Ninja Firewall, we set up WP Time Capsule, so I feel good about those, as well as the WP Rocket Advanced Cache. So moving on to go through all of our themes. Again, the ones in the repository, it checks and says it all looks good. If you have a premium theme, it might list every file because it does not know whether it's been changed or not, and so you need to do a little bit more manual review of those. It also detected an extra file called .htninja. Again, that's one we set up. We know it's good, but it's important to look through these to see if there's any that are concerning. Then the Google Safe Browsing is only included in the paid version of Ninja Scanner, so that's not done here. But the Securious Site Check did that check for us, so that's good. This section is probably one of the most important to pay attention to. This is actually doing a malware scan against every file it detects. So if anything listed here, it's really good to investigate, well, why that being flagged as malware. There really should be nothing that it thinks is malware. It's usually pretty good at only notifying you of things that truly are malware or at least concerning. And then it does a final check as well. So this is a pretty good report. The premium plugins we need to review by hand, but otherwise, this looks good. With a site with more plugins and a lot going on, you may see a lot more results that you need to dig into. And there may be things that it alerts you of that aren't really problems. Sometimes it'll say a file's been changed, but the change is a minor thing like a README file that has a minor change to it that doesn't match the repository, and that's not abnormal. So you do have to kind of look at this one in much more detail to analyze, is this a dangerous change, or is this just a difference to what's in the repository, and that's fine. One last thing is if you are looking for automatic backups and automatic malware scans, we highly recommend a product called BlogVault. Now, that is a paid product, but it's a great product that gives you 90 days of backup and every day does a malware scan on your site. And they have a tool to automatically clean up malware. And if that doesn't work, you can actually reach out to support and they'll help you. So great service. It's something that we use for our clients and we highly recommend. So I'll just quickly walk you through that process, which is really simple. I am adding a new plugin and just search for BlogVault. So I click install now and activate. Now it takes me right to the BlogVault screen. So all I have to do is enter my email address and what we're looking for, backups primarily, and agree to the terms. Now, I'm already logged into my BlogVault account, so it's going to take me right in and just confirm that I want to add the demo.sentry.io site to my BlogVault account. That's exactly what I want to do, so I click Add. Now, you can watch this little video about how BlogVault works and what it does. I'm going to skip that for now, and you'll see it's now backing up your site to BlogVault. While that happens, your site's still usable, everything is good, and you can even close this window. And you'll get an email once the backup is finished. And once they have a backup, they'll then do a malware scan on their servers to see if there's any malware and notify you if there are. The benefit of that too is that malware scan doesn't actually take any of your server resources. So they're doing it on their servers from your backup, which is really helpful to reduce the amount of load on your servers. So this will run through and give us a report saying no malware on this site. That's a summary of a lot of tools we use and recommend for checking malware. But if you're an existing client, we're obviously doing all this stuff for you every day automatically. But if you have any concerns, feel free to reach out, live chat, email us. We'll be happy to double check and give you a report of what we find, make sure everything is good. If you're not a client and you find you do have malware, feel free to reach out to us. We'll clean up the malware for free if you decide to host with us and get you all set up. Really no work on your side. We'll migrate the site, clean up malware, update DNS, take care of it all so you don't have to. So anyway, thank you for your time today in this video. We're going to be doing some more videos like this. So if you want to subscribe to our channel or follow our blog on sentry.io/blog, that would be great. I will also include links to these different tools and plugins that we use so that you can jump out there and look around. If you have any questions though, feel free to reach out. We're happy to help. Have a great day.